Hey guys, it's Tree from Last Time Toys, and today we are going to be discussing a huge lot that I purchased from someone, a friend on Facebook, and the lot consists of 15 to 20 different items from the 2003 to 2004 Toy Play Rainbow Brite line. And I'm excited to show you only because this is the third generation of Rainbow Brite dolls that I swore that I would never buy just because they are very stylistically similar to the 1984 to 1986 Mattel Rainbow Brite line. And when I first saw them, I was just like, hey, I don't think it jives with what I'm collecting. I was a lot more discerning and selective with what I wanted to buy with respect to Rainbow Brite. Now I want to collect everything. So this is my attempt to collect everything, and my friend who lives maybe an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes away from me. We're both still in Texas, but I talked to her and she basically was saying like, hey, she's recently downsized her house, and because of the amount of space that she has in her new home, she wanted her collection of Rainbow Brite items to go to a collector that would appreciate them. And I got a fantastic deal on them. And today, I'm probably going to break this video in a couple of different parts. But today I'm going to focus on showing you the collection based on similar sort of like lines of items within the collection. So again, this was like the 20th anniversary release of Rainbow Brite items, and it was, I think, the trademark and the licensing occurred in 2003, and they were selling in 2004. So you might see it referred as 2003, you might see the line referred as 2004, but it was released by Toy Play, the same toy manufacturer and company that did the infamous Color Castle that I showed in a previous video. So let's start. I have a list of the items, and then at the end, depending on how everything goes, I might tell the price at the end, but I will definitely refer to what I've seen these items sell for if you're buying it now on eBay. So let us start. So I'm going to be showing you first the 18-inch dolls that came out in this line. And one of the things that you'll see is that they focused on 4 primary characters in this line. They focused on Rainbow Brite, Patio Green, Red Butler, and Canary Yellow. So this is the Patio Green that came out in this line. To begin, almost all of the items in this collection came with a free 20-minute DVD. So the DVD in this one is packed on the side. It's packed on the side in a typical kind of like DVD holder that's like a little bit shiny and glossy, and it looks like it's sealed with cellophane. And the packaging, the box, looks very similar to the 1984 to 86 boxes for the sprites, except there's different graphics, and everything is heavily featuring kind of like primary colors. We still have like the iconic yellow throughout the box, and just a lot more color crystals, like stars that litter the side of the packaging here. And then on the side, very prominent depiction of Rainbow Brite. This is obviously the Patio Green box. In the back, you see the 18-inch dolls in their upright positions. Let me see if there's anything else of note to call out in the back. So I can read the back, and it's a description of Patty O'Green here. Patty is a cute and lively and mischievous young girl who enjoys playing practical jokes. She is very outgoing and is always right in the middle of things, but her combined sweetness and spice usually wins your heart, and you forget about any upsets she instigates. This is really weirdly phrased. The copy is strange. Patty is very proud of being green and has a tendency to brag, parentheses, a little too much, close parentheses, about how the earth could not just live without her. I don't remember Patty being this like rambunctious and this like braggadocious before, but whatever. This is the 2003 imagining. Patty loves life and nature and green growing things. It's kind of a lot of ands there. So she is in charge of the green sprites and of making sure there's plenty of green to go around. It's kind of a run-on sentence. So the description in the back is not good. So like they needed someone, maybe like a better English major, to like rewrite the description. Overall, the doll, I'm sure it looks better when it's standing up, but like because of how flimsy the wires are holding her head, and you'll see this is the case for all of them, she kind of like leans forward and it looks a little bit like she looks a little bit downtrodden and sad. I did brush out her hair to the best of my ability just to get her to look a little bit more pristine. She still has this tag, the DVD tag, that's a little bit difficult, and I see some people just cut it off, some people rip it off, but I think it's cool that she still has hers. And the doll itself doesn't look too dissimilar to the 18-inch that was produced in the 80s, except there are some differences, like her eye makeup. She has like very long underlashes, which is strange. It gives her kind of like this this emo look, very like, I don't know, angsty, but she's still pretty cute. Like if you see, move my mic a little bit, she's still pretty cute. And she has white stars with like almost like turquoise blue, aqua blue ribbons. And one of the things that I'll note is like the rubber bands that hold the hair in place in a lot of these dolls, like the material will kind of like fray and then like just break off over time, like disintegrate. That's just normal based on the poor qualities of materials that were used in dolls. The dress is very similar. The dress is extremely similar to the 1984-5 first generation. Especially the bottom and the belt. The arms are very different. I think Patty had different color of green in the segments in her arm. This is all one unified piece. And I don't know, can you take off her clothes? I am not going to try it because she's like tucked in the box, and then her shoes are very different as well. So if you see here, she has band-aids, green band-aids on both of her knees. So she's rough and tumble, which goes with the sporty aesthetic, but that's different than the 1980s Mattel line. And if you look at her shoes, they have like patches on it. So she's very sporty and rough. And then the print that's like on her shoes, I can't try to show it. It's like kind of printed on. So that's a little bit different. They're not using materials in a different way. They're just kind of like printed onto the fabric. This is kind of like a parachute fabric. And then the band-aids are kind of like a felt. But overall, pretty decent, pretty cute. 18-inch Patty. So you'll see 3 more versions of this. So I'll slowly go through them. I will show you. This is everything that I got from College Station from the purchase. So for the Patty, you can see these dolls online sometimes for like $50 plus tax and shipping. That's pretty normal. This is Canary Yellow. I think she's my favorite of the 18-inch dolls in this line, just because like her bangs aren't covering her face. She has like short, jovial looking hair, and the crispness of the sleeves here look very shiny and inviting. Immediately, the first thing that comes to mind is that she has like brown accents throughout this doll. So her eyes are this like beautiful like cocoa brown color, and on her shoes you'll see that there are like brown ribbons on her shoes. So that's very, very charming. And then her leg warmers are almost the same exact kind of like sock like material as in the 9-inch dolls from 1984. So that's cool. Beautiful callbacks. The material throughout is mainly the parachute fabric, and then kind of like a soft like polyester cotton for her bodysuit. I just love her hair. It looks like meticulously laid, and I like combed it out as best as I could. So I think it's great. The box is in pretty good shape. Obviously, she does not have the same flap, the free 20-minute DVD, as the other doll, the Patty doll. And you see the packaging is very similar. Again, this probably runs around like $50 plus tax and shipping. So that's around the price that you'll get these for. And now that it's been, I don't know, like over 20 years since this came out, and I think they were sold in Hot Topic, but Toy Play, the toy line, I don't think did very well after this line. I don't know whether they're still around, but this may have been their last hurrah. It might have been their only hurrah, to be honest. Let me read the description of Canary Yellow in the back of this box. Canary is always sunny and cheerful, a typical girl next door. Interesting. Never heard Canary Yellow described as the girl next door. She is the optimist of the group and is consumed with the need to cheer everyone up and make them smile. Okay, that's true. Like many optimists, Canary is somewhat naive, which makes her easy game for Murky Dismal. I did remember that in some of the books. She's the one color kid who gets caught the most. Oh boy. This description is ravaging you, Canary. Canary is Rainbow Brite's favorite color kid. What? Is that true? I have never heard. Okay, so Canary is Rainbow Brite's favorite color kid because yellow, the color of cheerfulness, is Rainbow's favorite color. This is fan fiction, right? This is fan fiction. I've never seen like Rainbow have any favoritism except for like Twink is her favorite sprite. This is wild. Canary oversees the work of the yellow sprites and meets the yellow color needs of the world. This is terrible writing, but it's okay. Toy Play, I know some English majors that can really help you zhuzh up some of the descriptions, even though you're no longer in existence. But Canary Yellow, so cute, so charming. I'm obsessed with her. Apparently, she's Rainbow's favorite. Which is probably why I don't know. The chibi Canary is so hard to find, so maybe there's some connection there. And they never made an itty-bitty version of Canary Yellow, which I'm still upset about, but obsessed. So cute. So that is Canary, and now we'll move on to Red Butler. Oh my gosh, we are matching Red. So what I do is, this is the comb that I use to brush. Like, you got to use the dress-up comb or the comb that comes in the color cottage because it's like perfect. You like won't miss a spot. It's like perfect for getting the exact spacing and everything. Because the yarn is super similar to the 1980s Mattel yarn. I will give them credit for that. So again, has a DVD on the side. The flap has been torn, but the box otherwise is in pretty good condition. This material is like way more resilient than the 1980s material. So Red Butler looks so cute. They look like babies. So there's like when I pulled these dolls out from the car, Andrew was like, these dolls are gonna kill you in your sleep. Probably so, because they do have a more like lifelike look to them, like a baby, newborn baby, toddler look to them, and they're kind of like squeezed tightly in this box, which is kind of cute. Very similar in style to Patio Green with the one uniformed color segments. These are like the horseshoe style boots that are in some of the 9-inch dolls. Same parachute material. It looks like there's like embroidery on the lines here, and then the shield is like the same material almost as the 1980s look. So they did a really good job of like creating very close facsimiles in style to the 1980s dolls. There's this like kind of soft cottony material. I'm sure it's not cotton. I'm sure it's like polyester or something, but he looks great. And his eye color is brown with hints of like orange. So let me read you Red Butler's description because it's story time and it's also probably fiction. Okay. Red is a smooth-talking, full of charm, fun-loving boy. True. He is always in search of new adventures and is ready to rescue anyone in distress. Also true. His dashing and daring personality makes him vulnerable, however, for it's usually when he's showing off that Murky Dismal is ready to nab and throw him into the pits. Dude, the description is outlining all of your follies. Then he has to rely on others to do the rescuing. I think that is actually true. Although Red often bores the color kids with long and involved stories with his adventures and pursuits, he's a mansplainer. Bro, you are mansplaining. His genuine love of being alive brings a uplifting spirit to all. He's a natural born leader because his is the color of strength and passion. He is in charge of the color red. The colors, the sprites of making sure there are enough red star sprinkles ready to deliver at a moment's notice. Run-on sentence galore, but it's okay. It's probably akin to his like long drawn-out mansplaining. Do we love Red? Red's cute too. So far, I like Canary the best, but Red is just adorable. Let me show you one more of the 18-inch dolls, and then maybe I'll break up the other dolls into other parts. So, this is the Queen Bee. This is Rainbow Brite. It's so hard to like style her hair because there's just so much of it. But I think it's the best when it's kind of like a sideways ponytail. This one has the DVD flap. So let me discuss Rainbow Brite 18-inch from the 2003-2004 line. Again, the DVD, the 20-minute DVD is on the side here. And the box looks great. Pretty fabulous box. And let me describe to you what's going on with the doll. The doll has beautiful different segments for the arms. So like they spent a lot of money perfecting Rainbow's look. So it goes from red to yellow to purple. That's strange. To blue to green. So it's like not even the right colors of the rainbow, but maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. I don't think so, but y'all can check. Okay, so I love this. I love that the belt is way better than the little adhesive sticker that's put in the 1980s doll that always falls off. So this is like a felt material, and it looks sewn on. And I love that it's, the three iconic colors. Is it the right? Yeah, so amazing. And her dress looks really cute. It has the light blue with the red straps. And this is new, the yellow top trim with the three dots. Obsessed. Her eyes are this dark blue, and she has the star tattoo in purple. Iconic, beautiful. The boots, though, are like probably my favorite part in this new doll. It is red and yellow with like kind of the embroidery, and then so hard to show, but it's so hard to show. There are stars on the side that's like printed on, and then the shoes segments mirror the arms. So it's all very, very well done. This looks like it's kind of like a fake satin material, but it's like more like polyester. And the star is on the end of the rainbow. It looks great. And then her hair, it has this like light purple. It almost looks silver here with the red star clasp. So beautiful. Interesting. So where was this made? So in the back it says 2003 Hallmark licensing under the license by Toy Play, made in China. So Toy Play was on East 33rd Street, 3rd floor in New York City. So again, a New York company. It was made in China. So these are all made in China, which is kind of funny because in the back here, there's some like writing. It looks like someone hand wrote this. It looks like this is like in Chinese. It's so funny. There's like someone with a pink pen wrote like 36 by 32, and then like there's some Chinese characters in just like someone's handwriting. So I don't think that's on any of the others. Let me just check. It's not on Canary Yellow. I don't know where this came from, like a lot from China, and it's not on Patio Green, and I don't think it's on Red either. But obsessed. So do we love this, guys? Do we love Rainbow Brite 2003 Toy Play line? I think this is pretty cute. I wish that they were like positioned more upright because they always are hunched over. It's like terrible posture for them, like ergonomically, but also you kind of don't always see their faces because they're always kind of leaning down. I think Canary is my favorite of the 18-inch dolls, but this is probably the most expensive to make because there's so many different fabrics and a whole different lot of materials. This doll looks better, in my opinion, than the 1984 18-inch doll. It looks more like Rainbow Brite. The only thing I'll say is maybe the face mold on the other one looks cuter, but clothes-wise, fashion-wise, this is like way more on point and better suited for in terms of like similarities to the cartoon. So I think this is A++. So I only went through 4 items in this huge, huge lot that I got. I have about 15 more items to show you, and I will show you them, but this video is getting a little long, so I'm going to break it up into multiple parts. But until then, let me know what you think of these dolls. Do you like the 18-inch dolls? Do you think the 2003 line is pretty? Is it not pretty? Just let me know your comments, and I'm going to continue posting. I hope you guys subscribe and continue to follow along because I am trying to basically get all of the dolls that were made in the United States for Rainbow Brite.